I think many of you have a problem associated with your mic or speaker. Amol,
Yes, sir.
which mobile you are utilizing?
Moto.
What you are utilizing for connecting to the station?
Mobile, sir.
Mobile, huh?
हाँ.
Is it Android mobile?
हाँ, sir.
For Android mobile, download the app terminal so that command window, this type of command window will be available to you. Command prompt will be available to you. So that some of the practicals related to the net of the networking commands can be utilized at the command prompt. Are you able to see this particular command prompt on my screen?
Yes, sir.
I think those who are having the desktop or laptop, just give a command as CMD here in the search mode and you will get a command prompt. One of the command that is very, very important for a computer network professional to check whether you are connected to the network or whether you are connected to the internet is to use command ping and give any site name. And you should receive the reply in the specified format. In the pinging google.com, then this particular google.com is resolved into a specific address which is known as an IP address. IP address, this IP address 142.250.67.238. A loopback command which is used for providing whether your terminal is able to access the internet or not. That is, one packet of 32 bytes is sent from your terminal to the Google terminal, and Google is responding back to the query whether you are Google. And response to this particular google.com is obtained within a specified time, and the time for receiving 32 bytes packet that is from google.com is 18 milliseconds. See the variation in the time duration: 18 millisecond, 18 millisecond, 19 millisecond, 17 millisecond. That is 4 packets of 32 bytes. 2 packets are sent from your terminal and 2 packets are received from the Google. For every packet you are sending 32 byte in a ping command mode, the reply is sent from google.com. That is, you are connected to the net. Packets, see the statistics: packets sent, received. 4 packets are sent, 4 packets are received. So there is a 0% loss. Whatever may be the communication media with which you are connected to the internet, you are properly connected to the internet. That is the meaning associated with this particular command ping. This ping command is used for intranet as well as internet. If your network is not connected to the internet, you can check whether your terminals other terminals are on the network or not. Say a typical address, say ping and 192.168.1.1. See here, for my network, I am providing the IP address 192.168.1.1 is the IP address that is being assigned to my Wi-Fi router. For my Wi-Fi router, which is connected to the internet service provider. Internet service provider is providing a optical fiber cable. That optical fiber cable is converted to electrical cable. That electrical cable is connected to my router, and that my terminal, my host terminal, is connected to the specified router. And that's why whenever I'm checking whether my terminal is part of the internal network or not, the time to live is 64 milliseconds. And the time required, see the time required, it's less than 1 millisecond for two packets, and it's 2 milliseconds and 5 milliseconds for other 2 milliseconds compared to the response that is being obtained from the google.com. So ping is one of the important command which can be utilized to attack a specific website also. But normally all the websites are protected from the ping type of attack. But at present, just remember that it's a ping command. Ping command is used to check whether your terminal is part of the internal network or external network. Whether your data terminal. Now, your data terminal means you must have a network interfacing card. That network interfacing card may be a wireless type of internet network interfacing card or a Ethernet wired, typically gigabits or megabits, 100 megabits type of Ethernet card. That is must. Your terminal is being connected with internet with the support of networking functions supported by your operating systems and the networking functions supported by your interfacing card and the communication media with which you are being connected. Typically, whenever I am using this configuration, I will show one type of cable. This particular type of cable, I think all of you are able to see this cable. This cable this cable is a copper cable. It's a copper cable. Specific name for this cable is UTP cable, unshielded twisted pair cable. Unshielded twisted pair cable. This cable is of 2 foot length, which is used to connect the switch and your terminal. The switch and your terminal. This part of the cable. This is known as a RJ45 jack. RJ45 jack. This is also at the other end also of the cable is also RJ45 jack. And I am having a cable, a UTP cable. This UTP cable has 4 pairs of conductors. 4 pairs of conductors. These 4 pairs of conductors are used to provide the communication with your terminal and the network interface device, typically switch. Normally, whenever I'm talking about the intranet that is being prepared in our lab, the type of connectivity, is typically provided with the different types of cables. These different types of cables are typically known as the transmitting medias. These transmitting medias in our communication, in our computer lab, we are utilizing this twisted pair cable. There are 2 different types of twisted pair cable, STP cable and UTP cable. Shielded twisted pair and unshielded twisted pair. the cost of this unshielded twisted pair cable is very, very low. And that's why for the topology, star topology, we are utilizing this twisted pair cable in our laboratories. The other types of communication medias are coaxial cable, optical fiber cable, which is the backbone for even our entire campus, GEC Karad campus, the backbone for providing the connectivity, backbone for providing the connections for all the different switches that are kept at various laboratories in the various departments. We are utilizing optical fiber cable as our backbone. The type of wireless connectivity is also supported in our campus. Whenever you are provided the connectivity for your cell phones, that cell phone connectivity is supported with the wireless configuration. Then there are two parameters with which we are actually designing the type of cable that is to be utilized, and the electromagnetic interference and the crosstalk associated, that are the errors. Along with the attenuation, these are some of the errors or the drawbacks associated with the communication media. The two types of communication media can be utilized. The transmission media, the first is the guided media and second is unguided media. Whenever we are utilizing the cables, whether those cables are optical fiber cable or the conductive type of cable, a simply copper cable, a simple copper cable with multiple conductors, then that is a guided media. And another is the unguided media, wireless, where the information is available in the medium air as the medium, and the devices are retrieving that information by properly interfacing with the air. That is, the electromagnetic information is retrieved with the specified criteria. And whenever we are physically providing that connectivity is the cable type of connectivity. Whenever we are wirelessly providing the connectivity, it's the unguided type of media that is used. We are utilizing both the guided media as well as unguided media in our entire campus. Then the local area network for our entire campus is a star type of topology. For the star type of topology, we are specifically preferring the twisted pair cable for star type of topology. We are not at all utilizing coaxial cable. Coaxial cable were utilized previously, but again, if the distance between the various networking devices, such as switch in our department and the data center, if it exceeds 100 meter, we are, instead of utilizing a copper cable or a conductive type of cable, we are utilizing fiber optic cable, because the losses associated with the optical fiber cable are very, very, very less. And that's why we are typically, if the distance is less than 100 meter, we are utilizing twisted pair cable. If the distance is more than 100 meters, we are utilizing optical fiber cable. This is a typical configuration of a twisted pair cable. In the twisted pair cable, copper wire is utilized. The copper wire is formed with the help of, it's a shielded twisted pair. The two conductors are shielded by a dielectric or a plastic material, and a suitable polyurethane material is utilized to provide the support to these two conductors. The shielded twisted pair, whenever we are utilizing this twisted pair, the losses, electromagnetic losses, are neutralized by twisting the copper conductor. And that's why we are twisting the copper conductors and providing the shielding, so that electromagnetic interferences and radio frequency interferences of other conductors are not affecting the signal that is being propagated through this cable. The type of cable that we are utilizing, typically shielded pair, the production cost is somewhat higher than the cost of the UTP cable. That's why we are utilizing the set of twisted pairs within a simple plastic encasement, that is unshielded twisted pair cable. The cost is very, very, very low. We get normally a 2 foot patch cord for almost around 5 to 10 rupees. That the cable that I have shown you, this particular cable, a patch cord is just available for 5 to 10, depending upon again the quality of the cable, the quality of the connectors. These are the connectors, RJ45 connectors, and a specific branded cable cost somewhat more than the unbranded cable, but the for branded cable they are providing us the specified or the typical specifications, that they are operated at the specified temperature, the performance associated with the conductor, the attenuation offered per length or per kilometer for the copper conductors, and based on that the quality of this unshielded twisted pair cable depends. Unshielded twisted pair cable depends. We are utilizing this particular unshielded twisted pair cable everywhere in India. Everywhere in India, normally the type of connectivity for the local area network, for I'm talking about the local area network, say a bunch of computers or almost 30 to 40 computers under one roof can be connected with the communication media, which is a low cost type of communication media. Say for 40 computers, the patch cord that is required will cost you only around 1000 rupees. In 1000 rupees, every data terminal will be part of the network by utilizing this communication media. This particular communication media is a low cost type of communication media that we are utilizing in our laboratories. Depending on the utility associated with the copper conductor, it's a copper conductor cable. The UTP cables are categorized as category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At present, 6 and 7 category cables are also available. In our laboratories, we are utilizing category 6 cables, which provides data at almost 1 Gbps. This particular component. For our category 6, CAT 6, is almost 1 Gbps. 1 gigabits per second, which is supported by fast Ethernet. And nowadays, category 7 cables are also available. These CAT 7 cables can support 10 Gbps type of connectivity. At present, the cost associated with the CAT 7 cable is quite high. That's why they are not more popular. But if you have the devices which can support 10 gigabits per second type of bandwidth, then you can utilize category 7 cable, low cost unshielded twisted pair cables for providing the connectivity to your data terminals. The category 1 cable are typically the telephone wires that you receive from the centralized exchange or your service provider. For I'm talking about wired telephones. Wired telephones, there are two conductors. These two conductors are providing the connectivity to your telephone from the centralized exchange. The, they are suitable specifically for voice. If it's the 4 wire cable, then two terminals are utilized specifically for voice and two terminals for data. The local talk was one of the old protocol that was utilized for category 2 type, which was providing the connectivity at 4 megabits per second. Category 3, Category 4, and Category 5. Category 4 and 5 dominated almost for 20 years. Then advent was Category 6. The Category 6 cables are now available. Even they are also dominating the scenario, the data networking scenario, right from 2004. The cost of these Category 6 cables was reduced so that a common man also can afford the Category 6 type of cables. But before that, Category 4 and Category 5. Category 5 was almost there for 20 years. Then Category 6, which is again still dominating, right from 2004 to 2020. But in near future again, if the fiber to electrical interface proper interface is developed, then category 7 cables will be the very common cables that will be the low cost type of communication media used for LAN type of connectivity. For LAN to WAN connectivity, we are utilizing still optical fibers as our backbone. But for the local area networks, we are utilizing this category 6 cables. See again the advantages and disadvantages of UTP and STP cable. These are unsuitable for the distance. If the distance is more than 100, then 100 meters, then the UTP cables are not at all suitable. Since it's a copper conductor, the copper conductor is always sensitive to the electromagnetic interference. And it's a copper cable, so attenuation rate goes on increasing as the resistance goes on increasing, and the resistance of the UTP cable goes on increasing as the length of the UTP cable goes on increasing. So as the length goes on increasing, attenuation offered by UTP cable is also very high, and that's why if the distance between the switch and your data terminal is less than 100 meters, then only we are utilizing this UTP cable. The UTP cables, whenever are operated at a bandwidth of more than 100 Mbps, then the electromagnetic interference as well as the radio frequency interference is quite high. So a specific type of shielding needs to be provided, and that is provided with the support of STP type of cable, shielded twisted pair cable. But again, those are also not at all suitable. The up to category 5 cable, I am talking about the twisted UTP and STP. Category 6 and category 7 cables are nowadays utilized where the bandwidth supported by these cables is more than 100 Mbps, almost 1 Gbps and 10 Gbps for Cat 6 and Cat 7 type of cable. This is the cable that I have shown you, category 6 cable. There are 8 conductors. Typically, the 8 conductors that are available for this is the jack. This jack is known as RJ45 type of jack. RJ45 jack, and the cable is inserted inside this particular RJ45 jack, and that's our first practical how to prepare these type of cables. These type of cables can provide you a proper earning of, if you are proper skilled cable creator, then you can earn almost 1000 rupees for providing the connectivity with the help of Ethernet cable. Ethernet cable, what is this Ethernet? We are going to see the Ethernet is the network interfacing card, which is supported with a specified type of frame format, digital communication frame format. But for those Ethernet cards, the communication media that is utilized is also known as the Ethernet cable. These are the Ethernet cable, Ethernet category 6 UTP cables. The category 6A are typically the category 7 nowadays. The standards associated with the cables are set by EIA, Electronic Industry Association. This actually provides us the ANSI standards or TIA standards or EIA standards. The signal frequency with which these UTP cables are operated are almost 250 megahertz to 500 megahertz for category 6 and category 6A cable. That the meaning is that the high bandwidth is offered by this type of cables. As the operating frequency goes on increasing, the bandwidth supported by the UTP cables goes on increasing. And in India, we are utilizing EIA 568B standard. This is the standard that we are utilizing for providing a proper formation for the cables. And whenever we are standardizing something, the standardization always helps in providing a proper, efficient way of providing the connectivity for the data terminals. Remember, EIA 568B is the standard that we are utilizing. Rather, this particular standard is followed after India by all the European countries. In America or somewhat Eastern countries like China and Japan, they are utilizing either at EIA 568A or 568B. China is not at all following any international standard, but initially they started manufacturing these cables with EIA 568A type of format. There is no as such difference, but only the type of conductors and the color coding that is associated with the conductors is to be properly maintained, and that gives rise to the different 568 or 568A or 568B type of standard for these cables. See this Ethernet cable. It composes of 4 pairs of twisted wiring. Twisted wiring is these conductors are twisted conductors. This is another one conductor, this is another conductor. This is third, this is fourth. This is a conductive type of, and the conductive material supported with the plastic encasing. This encasing separates or shields the two conductors from being short, or that's also insulation. And the 4 pairs of conductors are inside a sheath. This sheath actually provides sufficient mechanical strength to the 8 conductors that are placed. The conductors are colored with a specific color code. These color codes are according to EIA 568B standard. Typically, the 4 colors that are used, the one conductor will be orange, second conductor will be orange white. See here, this particular is green white, maximum white and a patch of green. So green and green white, second conductor, blue and blue white, then brown and brown white. So orange, orange white, green, green white, blue, blue white, brown, brown white. These are the 4 pairs of conductors inside a UTP cable, or inside a UTP cable that we utilize in India. The RJ45 jack is shown at the right side, which has 8 different conductors, these 8 conductors, and the Ethernet cable with color codes. And whenever we are utilizing this configuration at both the ends, a Ethernet cable with standard T568B is said to be prepared, and that can be provided as a standardized Ethernet cable for the data networks. Remember this particular sequence. White orange is always connected at pin 1. Orange is connected at pin 2. White green at 3. Blue at 4. White blue at 5. Green at 6. White brown at 7, and brown and complete brown at 8. Whenever at both the ends we have the same sequence of colors for the conductors, that cable is known as a straight cable. That means same sequence of color codes, same sequences of color codes at both the ends. Then that cable is said to be a straight cable. Straight cable provided for the Ethernet type of cable or Ethernet type of data networking, the straight cable. And whenever at one end we have these particular sequences of the color codes, these are the sequences of color codes at one end. And if one is connected to 3 and 2 is connected to 6, 1 is to 3, 2 is to 6 at the other end, and from the 1 is to 3 and 2 is to 6 for the first end, then this particular type of cable is known as a crossover type of connectivity. The crossover type of connectivity, see here, the usage associated with the pin numbers is pin number 1 is for transmission, pin number 1 and 2 are for transmission, 3 and 6 are for receivers. Whenever we provide a cross connectivity of 1 and 3, that is sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at one end, then sequence of 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 7, 8. Then this particular cable is known as a crossover type of cable. Where to utilize these separate cables? Whenever you are utilizing or connecting the devices at the same level, that means you are providing a connectivity to switch, or computer to computer, or to the modem to modem, then we are utilizing a crossover cable. Whenever the devices at one level are connected to the devices at other level, that means the switch is connected to the data terminals or the desktop is connected to the switch, then we are utilizing a straight cable. Always remember this in life. This is quite important for you to provide the type of connectivity for the Ethernet type of cables. Then how to prepare those cables? This, for preparing the cables, we need an important tool, and this particular tool is known as the crimping tool. The requirement for preparing the cable, we need to have RJ45 type of jack, then scissors for removing the insulation from the conductors, and a tool, that is a crimping tool. This tool is very, very important. How to prepare those cables? This is the process for preparation. Strip off the suitable length of the cable sheet. Remove this particular cable sheath is removed. The conductors are now visible. The conductors, there are 4 pairs of conductor. These 4 pair of conductors need to be properly separated. See here. These 4 pairs are properly separated, white, orange, and aligned. And aligned in a specified sequence. White, orange, orange. Then next is white, green. Then blue. Then white, blue. Then green. Then white, brown, and then brown. This is the sequence of conductors. This is the sequence of conductors. This sequence of conductors are to be properly inserted inside this RJ45 jack. This is the plastic jack where 8 conductors are already available, or the connectors, these connectors are already available. So inside this RJ45 jack, we are actually inserting the conductors. And when the conductors are inserted, so the insertion should be a proper insertion. That is, one specific white should be connected to this conductor. Then orange should be connected to this conductor. This should be the specified sequence. It should be the specified sequence. And after placing the conductors in the RJ45 jack, in this particular configuration, we are actually creating a straight through cable. Pin number 1 and 2 at 1 and 2. Pin number 3 and 6. 3 and 6, specifically the green, white, green, and green, are specifically utilized for providing the reception. That's how actually we are. And whenever we are changing the connectivity format. That is, the pin number 1 is connected. See now, this white orange. At one end, it's a white orange connected at pin number 1. At other end, the white orange is connected at pin number 3. Similarly, the orange at pin number 2 at one end is connected to pin number 6. That is, this orange will be at the other end, pin number 6. 1 is connected to 3, 2 is connected to 6. Same is true again for 3 is connected to 1, 4 is to 4, 5 is to 5, and 6 is connected to 2. 6 is connected to 2. This configuration is known as a crossover type of configuration. Crossover cables provides us the crossover connectivity of transmitter and receiver. Remove the sheet, trim all the wires of the same length, insert it into the RJ45 jack, and with the help of crimping tool, see here, this jack is inserted into the crimping tool and the crimping tool is pressed so that the conductors now the conductors, see this, the conductor is connected now to this portion, the conductive portion of the RJ45 jack. And even if one of the conductor fails to connect out of 1, 2, 3, 6, then the cable is a failure cable. The metal contact of at least these 4 conductors should be connected. See here the type of connectivity. Whenever the desktop is to be connected to this is the switch. Normally this switch is kept in a box. You might have seen in our laboratories the switch, networking device switch is placed in the box, and from this particular box, these are the ports of the switch where we are actually connecting our devices, the data network or the terminals, data terminals. These are the laptops. We are providing the connectivity to the desktops in the laboratory. It's a straight through cabling or connectivity whenever two different devices are to be connected, and it's a crossover type of connectivity when similar type of device, this laptop is to be connected to this laptop, this is another laptop, this is first laptop, the first laptop connected to the second laptop. That is, whenever the devices are at same level, crossover cable is to be utilized. I think it's time to take the questions related to this. Take the questions. Abhishek, be attentive. Komal, be attentive. It should be an interactive session. It's a practical. You must understand everything that I have shown to you. Yes, Sanika?
No, sir. Everything is clear till now.
What?
What else?
The best practice to utilize the online platform is always to use a proper headset. If you are connected to the desktop laptop, then connect with the help of a proper headset which have the speaker as well as mic so that the echo problem is entirely avoided. Sujit, Sujay,
Yes, sir.
yes, Sujay, anything you want?
Can you explain once again the straight through and uh, crossover?
What? Can you type it in the chat box? Again, from you, echo is quite high. Prerna,
Yes, sir.
any problem, any difficulty you want to ask? Preparation of the cable,
No doubt, sir.
no doubt. Which standard we are utilizing in India?
TIA EIAB.
That's what you need to be attentive. What is IA stands for?
Telecommunication Industry Association.
EIA, Electronics Industry
Electronics
Association.
Industry Association.
And the standard that we are utilizing in India is EIA 568B standard. The straight through and crossover cable. Okay, Sujay want to explain again the straight through. Whenever we are maintaining specific sequence at both the ends, that is the two connectors at this end as well as this end, the same sequence of the color codes for the conductors according to the standard, then that is a straight cable. Whenever one of these terminal, one if one connect here is the white orange is connected to the third point or third terminal of this other end and second to the sixth and vice versa, then it's a crossover type of cable. The straight cable can be utilized to connect your terminal to switch. If switch to switch connectivity is to be provided, I need to use a crossover type of cable. If switch to device, the cable is to be utilized, it's a straight cable. If switch to switch, if router to router, the cable is to be utilized, it should be a crossover type of cable. That is, whenever you are changing the level of the device, you need to utilize straight cable. Whenever you are using the devices at same level, in star type of connectivity, two switches can be connected by a crossover cable and your network can be extended. So multiple terminals can be added to the star type of topology by just connecting the two switches with the help of crossover cable. For crossover cable, one of these will be connected to three of the other end, RJ45, third pin of the RJ45. The conductor is available through this cable. This conductor with specified color code is available. The Okay. The difference between category 5 and category 5E. Operating frequency of 5E is more than the operating frequency of category 5. That's why the bandwidth supported by category 5E is almost around 100 Mbps. Not exactly 100 Mbps, but almost around 100 Mbps. That category 5E is then translated to category 6. cable. Nowadays, we are utilizing Cat 6 and Cat 7. Cat 7 in the research laboratories normally, still again, it's not at all available for common persons because the cost of production is quite high. But category 6 cable we are utilizing. The cost is quite very less. This is a category 6 type of cable. It's known as a patch cord of 2.5 feet. It's a standard length supported for a patch cord which can be connected to the connector which provides the concealed Cat5 type of cabling which is connected directly to the switch. The switch is typically kept in the box. If, have you all of you seen the that is kept in the box? All terminals are connected with the help of this cable to the ports that are available networking device, that is switch kept inside the box. In our computer lab, one such switch, then switch for our department available on the third floor, and for new switch that is being installed in the project laboratories at the fourth floor. At the top floor, again we are having the 24 port switch which is providing the connectivity for the terminal specifically in the project lab. That's the new lab that we have created in our department. Yes. If you are not able to ask with voice, then type your questions in the chat box.
Hello, sir.
Ah,
Sir, as we see, the Ethernet cable has 8 pins.
yeah.
So, two are transmitter, two are receivers. Then, what was the usage of other 4 pins?
Other out of other four pins, two pins are used to provide the power supply through the cables.
Okay.
Power supply through the cables, that is that is being required, those are known as pass through cables or power through cables. Typically those cables are suitable for providing the power supply to the Wi-Fi access points or wireless access points or WAP points, or to provide wherever the switch is not able to provide the supply connectivity, and two additional are utilized to provide additional facilities. These additional facilities may be the facilities that are required to provide or to connect additional networking device, still are unutilized. So at the max, utilizing the six, or other two also can be utilized to provide power supply to other switches where the same type of cable is not utilized, or power pass type of cable. That's why eight conductors are provided.
Okay,
At the
sir.
most, we are nowadays we are utilizing six conductors, not all eight, but wherever the power supply requirement is important, or the devices such as or the Cisco routers. Some Cisco routers required power pass connectivity for the switches as well as power pass connectivity for the wireless access points, where all the eight conductors for the UTP cable can be utilized.
Okay, sir.
You can ask anything. Sanika, we are utilizing star type topology. In India, almost for all the local area networks, we are utilizing star type of topology. All the data terminals are connected to the centralized switch, so that even if one of the terminal fails, all other terminals are properly working or part of the data network. In India, we are utilizing the star type of topology. Majority for the local area networks, the local area networks consisting of 25 to 50 terminals, we are utilizing the star type of topology, and the network can be increased by connecting again the two switches. Whenever we want to connect two switches for expanding our network, again a crossover type of cable is required to connect those two switches, because the devices at same level requires crossover type of connectivity. So for the ground floor computer lab, we are utilizing star type of topology. Okay, see this particular video. This is a crimping tool. It's a crimping tool. It's a category 6 type of cable for providing a proper connectivity. Removing the sheath. Are you viewing this video? See the four different pairs. Is now separating and white orange. To identify a patch of orange, it's always kept on the white so that the nearby terminals can be identified. These are the copper conductors. Internally, it's twisted, but for providing the connectivity, the eight conductors are being separated now. White, orange, orange, white, green, then blue. Remember this particular sequence. White, green, then blue, then blue, then green, then white, green. Is the separation. Remember the sequence. White, orange, orange, green, blue, white, blue. The sequence is properly adjusted, the sizes of the conductors is properly. Next step is the trimming, so that the size of all the conductors, whenever you are inserting it into the RJ45 jack, it's known as straightening at the ends. Inside the cable, it's twisted, but at the ends, it's straightening. Now the size of all the conductors is similar. It should be properly placed in the RJ45 jack. This is the RJ45 jack. At this particular point only. Now it's placed in the crimping tool, and the crimping tool is being placed. That's how one end is created. If the same sequence is maintained at the other end, it's a straight over cable. I hope you have got the concept. Creation of the cable. Abhishek, anything you want to ask?
Sir.
Okay, Sujay, what happens if we use any cable for data rate of more than its efficiency? Any rate of more, does it harm the cable or device or both? If the data rate that is supported by your system is very high, that is if you are utilizing a category 5 cable, and if your network supports or network the data rate for your network is more than 1 GB, then whenever this more than 1 GB data rate propagates through category 5 type of cable, radio frequency interference goes on increasing. Even if it's a twisted type of cable, radio frequency interference goes on increasing as the operating frequency goes on increasing. And as the operating frequency goes on increasing, it may happen that some sort of noise, radio frequency noise, gets inserted, which provides attenuation to the data that is being propagated through the cable. And that's why the cables needs to be properly operated at the specified operating frequency. That operating frequency is nothing but the bandwidth that is supported by the cable, UTP cable. And that's why it should not at all be operated at a higher data rate if the cable capacity is quite low. That is, you have seen category 4 cables. Category 4 cables cannot be operated above 100 megahertz, or it does not at all support 100 Mbps bandwidth. Above 100, in a way, we can say that as the operating frequency is 1 gigahertz, it can support the bandwidth up to 1 gigabits per second. So the radio frequency interference is quite high. At the same time, the electromagnetic interference also increases if the length of the conductor goes on increasing and operated at a very high frequency. And that's how the problem arises for the cable. It doesn't burst, but the error in the digital communication is very, very high. If you see the eye pattern, if the specified cable is operated at a very high frequency, the eye is not fully open. The eye should be fully open for the eye pattern test associated with the digital communication systems. You might have learned the eye pattern in digital communication. As the eye size goes on increasing, the efficiency or the quality of service for the digital communication goes on increasing. Attenuation is less, proper dispersion is also very less, so the signal can be properly propagated through the communication medium, even if the operating rate is quite high. Again, I will share one lab, virtual lab from IIT Mumbai, which actually provides. Abhishek, yeah, the continuity testers are available. The continuity testers are similar to our multimeter. You can check the connectivity by using the multimeter also. But if the length of the cable is quite less, then you can utilize multimeter to check the continuity. Otherwise, there are commercial continuity testers that are available, which sends which sends the signal from one end and retrieves the reflected signals through the cable, so that the distance at which the fault is occurring, that's also available on those continuity testers or continuity cables. Those are similar to our multimeters, but along with that, modern continuity testers can check the cables even by just connecting or inserting one end, so that it checks the reflected signal. So that if the attenuation is high at a specific length, that length actually provides the problematic area associated with the cable. So you can cut the cable and prepare the new cable or new connector and use that particular cable. Or if there are multiple errors, then you have to replace the cable directly. It's a copper type of conductor. So if anyone puts a pin inside that cable, the conductors are shorted. The conductors, whenever gets shorted, the signal cannot be properly propagated. The attenuation is very high whenever the conductors are shorted, and that is provided by these continuity testers. Modern digital continuity testers are available. I will just share one link to you. See, this particular virtual lab is available at IIT Bombay for fabrication of cables. We will share this link in our chat window also. It's a virtual lab for fabrication of the cables for computer networks. But again, the simulation sometime works or does not work. They are also utilizing third type of rollover cable, just commonly opposite pin assignments on each end. That is, pin 1 of connector A would be connected to pin 8, pin 2 connected to pin 7, and so on. That is rollover cables. These are referred as YOST cables, used to connect the device's console port to make programming changes to the device. Typically, whenever the devices are to be monitored at the terminal or at the terminal window, then we are utilizing this rollover type of cables. Rollover cables are not at all intended for data communication. That's why I have not at all covered the rollover cables. But these are only suitable for providing the interface of the device. You can connect the rollover cable to, say, a router or a network layer switch or a data link layer switch. The computer can be directly connected by using these rollover cables, and at the terminal window you can manage all the settings of those devices. But rollover cables are not at all utilized for the data connectivity. They do not carry data, but only utilized for providing the interface. So you can see the theory. You can take a pre-test. Crossover cable is used to connect. You can give the answer for pre-test in the chat box. Provide the answer. Similar devices. Crossover cables are used to connect similar devices. Correct. What is the speed of the Cat5 UTP cable? The question asked by Siddharth, what are advantages of crossover cable over straight type of cable? For expanding the star type of network or bus type of network, if one networking switch is to be connected to another networking switch, then we need to provide the crossover cable. For expanding the network, we need crossover cable. So the devices at the similar level, such as a router, such as two routers are connected by crossover cable. Two switches at network layer are connected by crossover cable. Sujay, Cat5 UTP cable up to 100 Mbps. Let's see. Rollover cable is used to connect router to switch or router to computer. Evaluate. You can take the test. I have sent you the URL. You can check it. You can check the procedure. What is the procedure? Fabricate UTP cable. Then there is a simulation. You can go for the simulation. At present, simulation is not working for me. But you check proper cable, straight cable, then provide the type of connectivity and then press this red button. The results are immediately available. The results are immediately shown here, whether your cable is correct or not. That's only the simulation that's available. Then after post test, there is again a quiz. Which connector is used to crimp a UTP cable? Of course, it's the RJ45 type of connector. And straight through cable is used to connect dissimilar devices. Crossover to similar, straight through to dissimilar. Then you can also view the NPTEL video for creating these cables or fabrication of the cables. So you can complete this lab as per your convenience. If there are difficulties, then pose those difficulties. We will discuss those difficulties. There are again some virtual labs that are available, but they are actually providing only the simulation, not actually providing the connectivity to the devices at Mumbai IITs. Similar to the practicals typically you do, you can connect directly a CRO at the output of the specified circuit. That type of connectivity is offered for the devices, electronic devices practicals. But for computer network, even the virtual labs at IIT are also providing only the simulations. There are 5 to 6 virtual modules supported at IIT Mumbai and IIT Kharagpur. We will be going through those also, along with our regular practicals that are in the practical list in our syllabus. You can create one document and share that document and add it as our experiment number one. Take the printout out there. If we want to submit it, the physical submission for the computer network, you can submit directly the printout. No necessity to write whatever that is available already on the network, but just create a PDF file. The PDF file must be a comprehensive PDF file which must consist of aim, theory, pretest, procedure, and the inference. Create this particular practical in the specified sequence. Create the PDF file, share. One of you can create it, you can share it among all your batch. And if we need to submit it, we will submit the soft copies. Or at the time, if we need the hard copies, then we'll take the printout of this. You will not at all write anything on the journal papers for this particular subject. But we have an external exam. So if the external exam is in the physical mode, then we need to have some sort of journal. So we'll take a printout of the PDF that is created for every experiment, and we will utilize that as the journal, as a physical journal for CCA. Okay. Anything you want to ask? We'll share, or simply you can Google Computer Network Virtual Lab IIT Mumbai. Directly this link may not be available, but I think they have only justified the IP4 addressing. That is the list of experiment that we will be utilizing in our coming practicals. But at present, it's sufficient. Any more doubt? If you are utilizing Android phone, download emulator or terminal or command prompt for Android from the Play Store. We will be using some sort of commands like ping command that I have demonstrated you. Why for ping command is utilized, Sujay? Yes, why for ping command is utilized? Pooja?
So, pin command is used to check whether it is the part of internal network or external network.
Correct. It's the known as a loop back command. Loop back command, it's sending some packets and checking whether those packets are acknowledged by the other party. Other party that we have utilized, say typically google.com. But in the internal network, you can simply give the host name, ping the host name or ping the IP address, and you can check whether your terminal is part of the internal network or whether the terminal is part of the external network. That is, it is allowed for your terminal or not. That's why ping command is utilized. Abhishek Gawande, any problem?
No, sir.
Abhishek Jadhav, Amruta, Amruta Patil,
No, sir.
Komal,
No problem, sir.
you have to face the questions in the final exam. There is Viva, and you have to, if in the physical mode, you have to prepare the cable at the time of practical. All the devices, crimping tools, RJ45 jack, cutter, and cable are available in our computer lab. You have to prepare the cable, either crossover cable or a straight cable during the practical examination if it's in the physical mode. If Corona permits us to take the practical examination, I hope the pandemic will end till your semester ends. Anything? Sumit,
Yes, sir.
any doubt, anything you want to ask?
No, sir.
No.
Sir, just I want to know
To
that.
conduct the lab.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, is it the correct way to conduct the lab or any suggestions? I want suggestions from your side also for conducting the lab.
No, sir. It's proper way.
It's proper. Okay. Shardul just joined.
Hello.
Kare Shardul. Any suggestion, Komal? Is it right way? Are you getting the feeling of practicals?
Yes, sir.
So for all subjects, we can take such practicals. Smita, Shardul just joined. I think Shardul does not have a mic. Shardul, say something in chat box. Shardul Pawar. Try this virtual lab. I will be uploading today's presentation. Today's video link for the lecture I have already uploaded. I will share the link in WhatsApp or either in Google Classroom. We will also provide the link for today's presentation for practical. The video will also be uploaded on our in the YouTube channel, or I will upload the video again for our Moodle. Try to join Moodle network for our college. I think link, I will share the link also. This is the learning environment I have shared in the chat box. The link, this will be our permanent link, the IP address that is allocated to our institute. It's a permanent IP address. Click the link, go. At present, I have not at all uploaded anything for our computer network. The name for the subject also is wrong in the Moodle website, but I will get it corrected and upload everything associated with our subject, that is lab as well as the theory course on Moodle. And additional resources which I have already utilized while creating the resources. All those resources I will be uploading. Okay, thank you very much. We will stop here. This practical will be only for 1.5 hours. Next practicals, you will be doing some tasks along with me in the coming practicals from the next week. Okay, thank you. I will be ending the session now.